Hi everybody, it's Miss Skyler. I'm glad you're here. I have a new Halloween book for us because there's never enough Halloween books in the music room. If you were in my classroom, you'll know that. We have not looked at this book yet in my classroom, so I thought I would share it with everybody. It's called Big Pumpkin. And if you want to learn how to say pumpkin in sign language, this is what it looks like. You put your hand in front of you and you flick the top with your other hand. Pumpkin. You learned something new already. All right, let's get into the story. Ooh, there's a witch in it. Let's see what happens. Once there was a witch who wanted to make pumpkin pie. So she planted a pumpkin seed. She weeded and watered, and after a while a sprout poked through, and then a pumpkin grew, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew some more. Wow, what is that witch doing to her pumpkin seed to make it grow? She's watering it. She's watering it because we take care of the things that we plant. And if you plant a seed, the seed needs sunlight and it needs water. So the witch is taking good care of her garden, but almost too good. Soon Halloween was just hours away. The witch thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take her pumpkin off the vine. Do you think that witch is going to be strong enough to take the pumpkin off? Yes or no? Is that witch strong enough to take her pumpkin off the vine? Do you think so? Yes or no? We'll see if you're right. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard, and then she pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the witch. She could not pull that pumpkin off. She was not strong enough. I don't think she could do it all by herself. Let's see what happens. Just then, along came a ghost. Big pumpkin, said the ghost.
It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween's just hours away,
said the witch. And she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than you and stronger too, boasted the ghost. Let me try, said the witch. But she thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. She really wants that pie, so why not let her friend ghost try? Do you think the ghost is going to be able to lift the pumpkin? Yes or no? Will the ghost be able to lift the pumpkin? We'll see, won't we? This is a prediction that we're making. When we answer questions before it happens, we are predicting what's going to happen. So let's see if your prediction is correct. The ghost bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard, and then he pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the ghost. Could he do it? No, he couldn't do it. Just then, along came a vampire. Big pumpkin, said the vampire.
It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween's just hours away,
said the witch. And she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than both of you and stronger too, boasted the vampire. Said the witch. Said the ghost. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. Ooh, this vampire is really using all of his might. He's even hopped on it with his feet. So, do we think the vampire can lift the pumpkin? He seems to be getting more leverage. What do you think, yes or no? Do you think the vampire will be able to get the pumpkin? We'll see if your prediction's correct. The vampire bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard and then he pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the vampire. So no, he couldn't pull it off either. That pumpkin, that pesky pumpkin. Just then along came a mummy. Big pumpkin, said the mummy.
It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween's just hours away,
said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than you and stronger too, boasted the mummy. Let me try, said the witch. Said the ghost. Said the vampire. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. Okay, maybe the mummy can try. What's your prediction? Think about it. Think about your prediction. Wow, she's even got more leverage. The mummy bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard and then she pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the mummy. Nope, she couldn't do it either. Oh no, what's going to happen to this pumpkin? Is anybody going to be able to get pumpkin pie? Just then, along came a bat.
Big pumpkin,
said the bat. The witch didn't even say a word. She just looked at the vampire and the ghost, and she rolled her eyes. The vampire looked at the mummy. They all looked at the little bat, and they started to laugh. Oh, I may not be big and I may not be strong, said the bat, but I have an idea. And the bat told them what to do. Tiny little bat up here. Said the witch. Said the ghost. Said the vampire. Said the mummy. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. Ready, set, pull! The bat pulled the mummy. The mummy pulled the vampire. The vampire pulled the ghost. The ghost pulled the witch, and the witch pulled the pumpkin. That's what's called teamwork. Maybe they can't do it by themselves, but if they ask all of their friends to help them, maybe it'll work. What do you think? Do you think that this teamwork will work for them? Now, do you think they'll all be able to get the pumpkin off the vine? Yes or no? Make your prediction. Let's see what happens. Well, they pulled and they tugged and they pulled. First they pulled hard and then they pulled harder. But, snap! Off came the pumpkin. Drat, said the witch. Whoosh, it flew and it flew and it flew. And then, thud. It landed on top of the hill and then thump, bump, bump, thump, thump, bump. It bounced all the way down to the witch's house. Hooray for the bat, shouted the witch, and she hurried inside to finally make her pumpkin pie. Wow, that was a really smart idea to use teamwork from the bat. Said the ghost. Have some more, said the witch. Couldn't eat another bite, said the vampire. Fun party, said the mummy. Time to go, said the bat. They're all eating pumpkin pie. Drat, said the witch as she watched them all leave. Then she went right out and planted another pumpkin seed. She's gonna do it all over again and maybe see if her friends can come back and help her. I hope it doesn't get too big. Wow. This book taught us all about teamwork. Because remember, if you can't do something yourself, it's okay to ask for help. And you might even be able to meet friends in the process. I'm so glad you got to read this book with me today. Happy early Halloween, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.